Don't be afraid to just jump into it. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to get it perfect. You have so many years, and I think people might get impatient, but really it's just like brick by brick over the years. You slowly build those adaptations, and then you will get to the point where your body just craves it. It's just part of your life. People talk about, what's the why? Why are you doing this race? Why do you do these? And for me, it's just like, it's who I am. It's what I do.
Kill Complacency, a podcast that inspires growth and intentionality and helps you overcome your greatest obstacles.
Hey, this is Nicole Laughton. She is a local legend here in the ultra running world. Fun person to be around and just loves running and life, and just had some good talk about running, but also just balancing life with parenting and other responsibilities. So hope you guys enjoy. So I've got Nicole Laughton here today, and Nicole I know from the running community. Been to a few races, and she's probably won them. But I wanted to have her come on today and talk about running, and she's a local legend. But Nicole, could you just kind of tell us about like your upbringing and stuff?
I am the youngest of 7. I grew up in Wyoming. I came to OU and stayed here since. I was not a runner growing up. I enjoyed it for fun by myself, but it wasn't a big part of my life. I wasn't the most athletic kid either. I like to do a little bit of everything, but yeah.
Where in Wyoming were you?
I graduated from Warland, which is like the north central part. It's not very big.
North Central.
It's close to Cody.
Okay.
So
I have a sister in
the
Gillette.
Bighorn Basin.
I have a sister in Gillette.
Okay.
That would be east of there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
1 of 7. You're the youngest.
Yes.
And is your siblings are any of them runners?
Yes, one of my brothers ran cross country in college, and then my sisters. I've had 3 siblings run a marathon. One of my sisters, she's crazy fit. She loves to do like really hot hiking. She lives in Colorado, and her daughter, Kaylee, is a very good trail ultra runner out in Wyoming. So.
That's cool. And then how did you get into running? I mean, you didn't run in high school?
No. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I would just go for little runs around town. When I came to college, it was just a fun activity to do, try to stay fit, get to know Norman since I didn't have a car. I joined the OU running club, which was, I think they just needed one more female sport to be equal. So it was kind of like the perks of being an athlete without not having to be competitive or do anything. You just show up once a week and run. So that was kind of fun, and fell into a group that would meet in the mornings and run. They were training for marathons, and so I started running with them and realized, I can run longer distances. So
when did you do your first long distance? Went like half or full marathon?
Trying to think if I even did a half before a full. Probably did, but my first full was 2009. I was like 24 when I did my first.
So fresh out of college,
and
you'd been in the community, and you were just like, what race was it? The first one.
It was in Lawton. It's called Spirit of Survival.
Okay.
They have since gotten rid of either the whole race or the marathon.
Okay.
But that was my first one.
What was it? You know, the first is always like, like I have so many regrets about my first. What was your first marathon like?
It was, my parents came out and we drove. It was like an hour and a half because it's down by Lawton, and it was raining the whole time we're driving. It's like dark and rainy, and they're like, are you sure you want to do that? I was like, yes. And my goal was like, I want to qualify for Boston. So we like take off, and guys around me are
just so we know, what's the time? Is it 3:15, 3:20?
Oh no. Then I think it was 3:40 3:40.
Okay.
Or maybe it's 3:35. Whatever.
Okay.
I think I had to get. And that has since become more competitive. They switched a few times.
Yeah.
But that was my goal. I think it's 3:35. I had to beat. And so I remember running next to some guys and like, what is your goal? It's like, I want to qualify for Boston. Like, this is your first one? I was like, yeah. Like, well, good luck with that. But I did. I got 3:24.
Wow.
Qualified, and it was a good
That's impressive for the
experience.
first.
Uh-huh. I don't remember, like, feeling terrible, like, hitting a big wall there, but then I was like, I think I'm better at this long stuff than the short stuff, and so I was hooked.
So you were hooked at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many marathons you've ran since?
I don't know. Over 10, but I've also, like, paced marathons. I don't keep track of.
You don't count those?
Yeah.
Or marathons you run in training?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't grow up running, but it's obviously in the genes. Like, did your parents run?
My dad also ran cross country
Okay.
in college and high school, yeah.
So is he like your biggest fan? Or coach? Or no?
Well, like, I was at college when
Yeah.
So he wasn't seeing the progression, but he definitely went to my first race. He has since been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so that's been the past decade.
That's
so
hard.
I think he would be excited, to follow along and get into the details of, like, how I did at my hundreds and stuff, but that's just not where we're at. But
Yeah.
he did run a marathon with me and my sister.
That's so cool.
We did the main marathon in Portland and talked him into it, and he trained and did it. So he was very proud of that. That was a big thing for him. Like,
Yeah.
tell people I've run a marathon, so I'm glad he got to do that.
And your sister, is she better than you or no?
Well, she's
About the same?
That's my oldest sister.
Okay.
So she's older, and she's like, I'm not trying to be as competitive.
She was just out there.
Yeah, she's out there, and she's very active. She loves to snowshoes.
Okay.
Like cross-country ski. She's always just playing in Maine, so she was easy to talk into it.
That's cool. So my first marathon, I signed up for because I was fat and 40, and I was like, I've got to do something. And I hated running. I would have told you I hate running. Like 2.5 years ago, I said, I hate it. But my brother's like, I said, I'm going to run a half. And he's like, Marty, anyone can run a half. So we signed up. He signed up with me and another brother. But I wanted the competitive edge, so I signed up for Route 66. We were going to do Phoenix. And I trashed I should not have ran. I wasn't in shape. It was bad. But regardless, I still was signed up for Phoenix, but I dropped it down to a half. But my dad signed up as well. He didn't tell us.
Oh.
And so that was really precious because I got to do it with my brother, my daughter, and my dad. We all did it. Well, my brother did the full, but the rest of us did halves. And then we did it again this last year with my sister, my dad, my daughter, and we all did the half.
Yeah.
So it's so much better.
Yes.
To share.
And that's like one of the messages I have saved on my phone. I mean, it's so old, but as long as it's still there, it's after he ran that marathon, he called and he's like, I went for a little jog and I think I could maybe do another one or something. And so I've kept that.
That's so cool. Yeah. It's been cool for my dad because he kind of then got into trails. And he's not like, the biggest thing I learned from him is go slow and have fun. And, but he did rim to rim by himself like 2 months ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
Like no one was with him. He went by himself.
Solo.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you done rim to rim?
I have not.
Okay. Yeah. So it's on my bucket list at this point, but at Flower Moon, he called me. Ginger was running, and he called me, and because I was going to do it with him. And he's like, Marty, I'm calling you off. He said, because he was doing it 2 weeks later, he said, I don't want your help. I don't want to feel like I did it with you. I want to do it by myself. So I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, circling back to you. So you got the bug, and you just started running from then. Did you get a coach, or were you just in the community of runners?
I didn't get a coach till 2 years ago. So a lot of it was just finding different plans online, the free plans, printing those off. And then when I started doing ultras, podcasts were like a huge thing. It was like free coaching. There's some really good ones out there. So I would follow all their advice. And that helped a lot. So then after one of my hundreds, I was like, I want to get the course record at Outlaw. So I'm going to hire a coach, maybe just for that period. But I didn't get the course record, but I have kept the coach. And I really like it.
So how big of a difference does a coach make?
I think it takes some of the mental work out of it. Some people, there's times in life where I would like this, like figuring out what to do and piecing it together, but also it's kind of fun, just like, here's my plan for the week. And then asking those questions before the race. I think that's the biggest thing, is how do I approach this race? And I could probably do it on my own, but I'm like, I love the confirmation of like, okay, this is my approach and this is what I'm thinking. It's like, okay, you know, like, I mean, he'll tell me this part at this percent, you know, and so that really helps, because I think that's where I start to freak out. And
that gives you more confidence then in the race.
Yeah.
That somebody else verified.
Yeah. Like they have a plan, just stick to the plan and don't start to question what everyone else is doing. And yeah.
That's cool. If you want to wear a billboard of a message of kill complacency or live intentionally, then check out my merch store. It's www.mindsetshop.com. Mindset is with an X, so it's MINDXET shop, SHOP.com. Mindsetshop.com. I feel like running is something anybody can do, and partly because I picked it up later in life. But what would you say to somebody who's listening to this podcast and they're like, man, maybe I'm the next Nicole? How do you get someone started?
You have to find, well, it's very accessible. That's why, yes, running is great for everyone. Not everyone's going to love it, so I don't think it has to be everyone's, cup of tea. If you don't love it, it's going to be awful to train and push through a marathon or whatever. But figure out if you need the motivation of meeting a group, and then find that group. That makes it a lot more fun.
Do you still run with groups?
I do when I can. Like, there's a group that I try to meet with. They meet early morning. Sometimes that's hard with kids and my husband's firefighter schedule. But that always takes the pressure off of, like, your times. It's just more, you're getting your run in, but you're also filling that, like, friendship, social cup. So if you're a social runner, then find your group. There's lots of good training programs and stuff around here. Don't be afraid to just jump into it. You don't have to have it all figured out. I know before I've said, like, a coach really helps, but I feel like you can start without a coach, and then maybe as you get more specific goals, get a coach, and that really helps. But you don't have to get it perfect. You have so many years to run. Like, it's a lifelong sport, and I think people might get impatient, but really it's just like brick by brick over the years. You slowly build those adaptations, and then you will get to the point where your body just craves it. Hopefully. It's just part of your life. Like, people talk about, what's the why? Why are you doing this race? Why do you do these? And for me, it's just like, it's who I am. It's what I do. I don't know.
It's your identity.
And I don't want to say it like that's my identity. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't be. It's just like, it's what I do. It's just so natural to me. Yeah.
Well, didn't Aristotle say something like that? Like, you are what you repeatedly do. So
I can't confirm that, but I like that.
I think something like that. So Nicole, how do you balance your I'm going to call it 3 identities, minimum 3. You're a wife, you're a mother, and you're a runner.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? Because you're running 50, 60, 70 miles a week.
Yeah. I would say people have much more difficult schedules than me because I don't work full time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one piece that I have, like that privilege that I work part time around my husband's schedule. I think I'm just very lucky to have a family that understands too, like how passionate I am about this
Mm-hmm.
and how important it is for me. And they like to see me race and succeed. So they're like the biggest supporters. So I'm very lucky in that aspect. But there's things that I definitely let slide. Like I don't have the cleanest house.
Yeah.
It's not a priority to
Yeah.
like have my house look like something out of a magazine. Yeah, what we have, we might not have like an income, we have in freedom with our time. And
Mm-hmm.
for us, that's a big thing. So,
That's cool. Jason's your husband.
mm-hmm.
Was he ran his first marathon
Yes.
this spring, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How did you, other than it just being part of the family culture, I take it,
Mm-hmm.
but how did he get roped into that?
He said, because he would pace me at my ultras. He's like, I feel like I should be able to run a good marathon so that I can confidently pace you. He's like, and it's just like a goal, you know? So he signed up and trained, and he was very diligent about his training. He did really good.
So a lot of people don't know what that means to pace
Okay.
on a long distance. Can you explain?
So on a shorter distance, like a marathon or less, they have pacers, and that's someone that's going to run a specific time. Like if you want to run a 4-hour marathon, they're going to run an even pace.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the ultras, it's more like a safety person, just to be with you once you get into those higher miles and in the dark. So they're staying with you, keeping morale and reminding you to eat,
Mm-hmm.
stay on the course. It's just more of a safety and
And in an ultra, in a 100-mile run, it's funny you said in the shorter runs, the marathons. It's just the way you think.
Over an ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a 100-mile run, it's after 50 miles or 60 miles. Where's the break?
For the definition
Or does it-
of
or
an
do-
ultra, or
Of when the pacer can come in.
it really depends on the race.
It does, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll have, if you're over a certain age, you can have a pacer from the beginning.
Okay.
Some of them, they don't allow pacers. Like my next one, they have 2 categories. You can do hare or tortoise. And the hares, you can't have a pacer. So
Okay.
I'll be doing that.
And when is that one?
That is Friday the 13th. And that's in Steamboat.
Coming up.
Yeah.
And you're feeling ready?
Yeah, I think so.
What's your goal time?
Oof. I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I don't know.
You have something in your mind.
It's very competitive.
You need to say it to get it out.
I don't have a specific number yet. I want to do well, and I know that's not a specific number. I know for myself how that feels. Like I know doing well means not giving up and walking when I could be running. You know, like those little things where I'm doing my best effort. It's one of the, I think I read it's like the second most competitive 100 in the U.S. after Western States. It has the biggest prize money. So it's my
Okay.
first time running against pros. Like if you pull up the entrant list, these are all the people that I have seen in like documentaries or listened to in podcasts. I'm like, oh my gosh, to think the audacity to say I'm going to line up and race with them.
You need to take a Sharpie and then say, hey, sign my jersey.
Yeah. It'll be fun to like meet them all and get some pictures. But yeah, like I want to compete. I want to be competitive there. So
Mhm.
I don't know that number.
What's a good time? What
So
will
like
the elites
winning
do it in?
female, there's like 21 something.
Okay.
So I would love to aim for maybe that 20, like sub 24, but I don't know. It really depends on weather. There's so many factors.
I know.
It's
and nutrition and the way you're feeling. And yeah. So I get it. I talked to a guy recently from Colorado who runs, and I asked him, and he's done some big ones, but I asked him, I said, Tony, have you ever had the perfect race where everything was lined up? And he said, one time.
Oh, really?
And I feel like that, like you can put in your time, your training, and you can get a phone call the morning of, you can have a stomach ache, you can roll your ankle the day before. I mean, there's so many things that can change your goals within that race to, I'm going to be the top dog, to I'm going to finish. I just want to, if I'm going to crawl, I'm going to crawl. So.
Yeah, and I think that's the fun part between trails and road races, because the weather doesn't play such a big part, but the trails will really change depending on weather. So it's just another factor. And I think that's one thing that can benefit if you're not, like me, I'm not the fastest marathoner out there, but there's just so many other variables that go into the trails that you don't have to be the fastest.
You just have to endure the longest and keep going.
Yes.
And short stops.
Yes. Be quick on the aid stations, yeah.
Don't sit down. How many 100-mile races have you done?
I've done 4, so this will be my 5th.
Okay. And how many, like, 50 plus?
I've done 150 miler, 400 Ks.
Okay.
I think, yeah. And then I guess the Sweat Hot, I've done that twice. I forget that that is such a weird race, but I've done that, so that's definitely over the 50-mile mark. But
how long have you been doing, say, ultras?
I think my first one was in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of
one of the pandemic runners. No.
Well, you're
I was already running, but it just coincided.
But you're kind of new to the whole ultra thing then. I mean, not new, but it's not like you've done it for a decade.
Yeah. I mean, I'm older, but I'm getting,
So what year did you start? When you first ran your first marathon?
Yes. I was like 23 or 24.
Okay. So was there about 10 years where that's all you did was?
Marathons. Yeah, and that's when I was like graduating school, getting married, had 2 kids. So that was like marathon running was my fun. Yeah. But I didn't think about running more than that at that point.
Sure. How much more of a commitment, Nicole, does it take to go from a marathon training to, let's step it up to 100K, and then we'll go 100K to 100?
It doesn't actually take that. Well, I say it doesn't take that much more, but it depends how much you're running for a marathon.
It depends. It depends on your goals.
Yes. Yeah. I think some really competitive marathon runners run a lot more than me, but then I hear people doing marathons on 40 miles a week, and that might be a little hard to do an ultra. But again, so much is mental. It's
and that base, right? If you have that base,
it's like those years, that decade of running marathons added up to me being able to make that jump a little faster.
Yeah, because it'd be different for a guy to go out and start running, put in 70, 80 mile weeks, but his first race be 100 miler. Like,
yes.
Like that's gonna be hard.
And I mean, some people do it and they thrive. But I think just those years of base have helped prevent injuries and given me that little mental boost that my body is made for this by now. Like I formed it into the optimal. I don't look like the optimal runner, but it's made for this. Yeah.
Wanted to thank you guys for listening to the end. In closing, I just wanted to add that if this message resonates with you, if it aligns with your values, and something in it today triggered something, then you can also look me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. We are really trying to help people live more intentional lives, to kill the complacency with which they have subscribed to. I know there's many ways which I get sucked in all the time. So if this is beneficial, follow me there.